welcome to Game Crunch, your weekly video game podcast. My name is Mike Anastasia, and with me today we have Nick.
You.
And Brandon.
Hey.
We're here talking about games and things.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yes, we are.
Sorry, I didn't have as much energy as Nick. Let me try that one more time.
Mm-hmm.
Yo!
Scream.
You gotta peek the mic real quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Today we're going to be talking about PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
Yeah.
Last generation games.
Yeah, and the best games you can play on them.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can probably get those for like $10 now, if not cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Depending.
Hopefully you already have the system now. You might not find that. But
yeah, that's true.
But the games you can get.
Because, as I mentioned last episode, they actually are putting the PS4 back into production because of the fact that you can't get a PS5 right now. So they're like, hey, what if we just PS4? So
what if we just PS4?
Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
Why not?
You might see those coming back very soon. You get used ones right now too. $289. I'll tell you.
I think used ones are actually more expensive than new ones.
I'll tell you what the real racket is. Can you guess how much a used Xbox One X goes for right now?
The price of a new Xbox Series
$399.
Yeah.
Damn.
You might as well buy a One S because those are in stock, brand new, and can play all of the same games.
But all the features.
Yeah, but the new one, you just lose a disk drive. That's all.
But the size,
it's smaller.
Tiny system.
It's smaller.
I don't know. I want a bigger system, Nick.
Okay, we'll get the original Xbox One.
You get yourself a VCR.
Yeah, if you can find that.
Yeah. So that's what we're gonna be talking about. Still games, shooting the shit.
Shooting the shit. What? You look at your poop and you shoot with a gun.
Yeah.
I don't know why you want to do that.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Why you want to do that?
So should we talk about some of them?
Yeah.
What do you guys think are some of the best games that were released on those systems?
Well, honestly,
yeah,
I didn't use my Xbox One that much when I had it.
Okay.
I've actually used my Xbox systems more since I've gotten the One S. So
Okay.
I was more of a Series S, goddamn. So I was more of a PlayStation boy last generation.
Well, that's the thing. Most PlayStation games are also Xbox One X or S or anything.
Not the one I was thinking about.
What you got?
It's Persona 5.
That's very true.
Persona
that one's
5
not.
The Royal.
That's true.
Persona 5 The Royal was one of my favorite games that came out for the PS4 and took up a
Great
lot of my time. It was very good.
According to Metacritic, it is top 3.
And if you've never played it and you just so happen to have a PS5 and PS Plus, you can play it right now for free as a part of the
fancy
PlayStation, whatever that fucking thing is.
That's
called.
actually just the normal Persona 5.
Yeah, but it's fine.
It's not the same.
It's fine.
Don't lie to these people.
It's close to the same. It's close.
It's like that meme where it's like, why do you need this thing? We have the same thing at the house.
It's like Diet Coke versus Coke Zero. Coke Zero is just Diet Coke for men. That's all it is. Remember when Dr. Pepper 10 came out and they were like, it's not for women? That shit was funny. But no,
I didn't know that was the thing.
Yeah, if you look up old Dr. Pepper 10 ads, they're like, it's not for women. I'm like, okay, I guess.
Wow.
I guess Dr. Pepper. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
But yeah, no, Persona 5, specifically the Royal, when that came out, absorbed my life and I loved it so much. So good. The music is A1. And I actually been wanting to buy the vinyl of that, but like every time I see it go up, it's always like, here's every Persona music ever, and I'm like, I just want 5. Sir, I just want 5. I know you have them all, but just give me 5. So
I guess while we're on the PlayStation train, I can go ahead and give you what I think was the best PlayStation 4 title.
Okay.
I mean, it's Bloodborne. It's just Bloodborne.
You think Bloodborne's the best PS4 game?
Yes, absolutely.
Interesting.
You remember how much you played that game?
Yes, a lot.
Interesting. You did play it a lot.
Yeah, I think Bloodborne is one of the best PlayStation 4 titles that was made. It's one of those games you can't get anywhere else, period. And it's one of those games that when I look at it, I'm like, why would I play Dark Souls or anything else in the Souls series when I could just play Bloodborne? Because I think it actually surpassed the game that it's an offshoot of. So, yeah, Bloodborne, best game on PlayStation 4. Easy pick.
I mean, I didn't get into it, but it's
But
not
you
my
didn't. It's not your kind of thing.
game.
It'd be like me saying, Mike, I really liked such and such fighting game. You'd be like, yeah, I don't play fighting games. It'd be like, yeah, tell me something I don't fucking know.
I know, but look, hear me out.
Yeah, it's excellent.
It's very good.
It's
a very good game.
10 out of 10. Would play.
Like I think I have like a top 3 for PlayStation 4.
I think I have a top. I think I have a top 3.
Yeah, I think Bloodborne's 1. Number 2 is Nier Automata.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, Nier Automata is one of my all-time favorite games. Period. And I'm sitting here trying to think, and yeah, I think number 3 is Tetris Effect.
Well, you do love Tetris Effect a lot.
I love Tetris Effect.
Tetris Effect.
Mm-hmm. It was the first place I experienced it in VR. That was also the first VR I experienced as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know that. I know it was the first VR experience.
Yeah. The first place I played VR was on the PlayStation 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Uh-huh.
I think Xbox needs some love, guys. Mike, chime in. What games did you like?
On Xbox. I liked.
Did you have an Xbox?
2.
Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You liked what?
Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 2 is a great game.
Amazing.
Actually, Titanfall 2 or Titanfall. I was about to say TOO. Yeah, I really enjoyed it as well. The whole series was great. I mean, it was back at the beginning of the podcast days, but we fucking loved Titanfall when that shit came out.
I don't think I was on those episodes yet. I think that was still
have not made it yet.
The 4 years. I wish I would have been on that because I would have just been like, "Hey guys, let me tell you why this game fucks," and I would just go on and on and on about it.
Yeah, those games are great.
Titanfall, and it was very dramatic. Like the first game was with like the battle stuff because that's all it was online.
Mm-hmm.
You had all that stuff, and then it was very just like acrobatic the way you were able to move around like the battlefield. It was very fluid. I mean, I haven't had fun even though I suck at those games. And then you get your Titans and you get to go like wreck shit. And that was great. And then the second one, they had that whole campaign where they're like, "Hey,
the campaign was fantastic."
Yeah, don't you love your Titan as well?
It still holds up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely still holds up.
Yeah, I mean that was probably one of my favorite like Xbox experiences. I think I told you guys. I think it was last year where I was like, I'm just gonna start bringing all my shit to Xbox just because I appreciate their investment towards
their
like,
model
backwards compatibility, and all that stuff, and I think that's great. So, the longevity of like your purchases, I think is appreciated. I mean, I haven't turned mine on in a little bit, but it is still hooked up.
I think if you had a Series S, you'd turn it on more often. I think you would.
Yeah, but I want an X. That's my.
I know you do, but okay. So I'm gonna go off for a little bit, right? So I watched a video recently, right, where it was like it was very clickbaity originally. It was about like, is the Series S bad? And the overall point of the video turned out to be, if you want to get into Game Pass, if you want to be able to have the options of playing all these games in a format that is more recent, that sort of thing, there's no reason to not just buy a $300 Series S for the time being because it's available, and use it as an in-betweener and treat it essentially like a update to an Xbox, an update to a Switch, an update to a PS4, a la PS4 Pro, all of, if there ever is a Switch Pro, a la, Xbox Series, Xbox One X. So like those in-betweener consoles, that sort of deal. And they said the One S, not One S, but the Series S is a great like in-betweener console because it allows you to get in on the ground floor of experiencing these new titles and this new like gaming generation without spending a lot of money. And if you need to, when the Series X is readily available, just sell that bitch and then you get some money to go towards your Series X, but you were able to experience all those games beforehand to see if you actually wanted that Series X.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with the. I don't think the S is a bad system. I just don't want it. That's all. I like the form factor. I think it's a sexy looking system.
It's the coolest little speaker system I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I love it.
I love it too.
I wish that was the X.
It looks so nice next to all of my systems right now. I actually have a picture of that. I'll show you.
Yeah, but someday I'll get there. I'm just not there yet. That's all.
Yeah. General chat. Wait. How is that image too powerful when I literally sent it earlier to someone? It's not. You're just stupid. There you go.
It's too powerful.
There you go.
It's very powerful image. Is that you?
That's my stuff. Yeah, that's my stuff.
That's you. That's you right
That's
there.
me.
That's you.
That's my stuff.
At first, all I saw was the Oculus controllers, and I was like, "What are those? What are those phallic things pointing upwards?"
It's Brandon's toys.
Yeah, that's them.
Very good. Very good.
That's my streaming setup right there.
No, I definitely agree with you, Mike. Is that like, the Xbox having all that backwards compatibility shit is so much better. Especially for the shit that you want to do, because like literally, like I replayed Titanfall 2 last year because it came out on EA whatever the fuck it was, but like that's tied into Game Pass, so like I was just able to play all that through my Xbox, and I was like, fuck yeah, this game, fuck yeah,
it's great.
But like really, all I used my Xbox One for last gen was like Forza, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah, Forza is a big thing when it comes to Xbox One, I believe. I played Horizon 4 I played Horizon 4 on it quite a lot. And 3. That's what a lot of my hours went to.
Yeah.
When it comes to Xbox One. And I also played Inside. I played Inside on Xbox. Because I think it launched on Xbox originally. And then went to everything else. But that was a really good game. From the same people that made Oh no, why can I never remember of it?
I've never heard of that game before.
Remember of it?
No.
Braid?
Limbo.
Limbo?
They made Limbo.
Limbo.
But yeah, everything else pretty much on Xbox when it comes down to it is like multiplat, but just I didn't have to pay for it because I was already paying for the subscription to Game Pass. So it's like whatever.
Yeah, which is great, and obviously, I mean, forward looking, that was Microsoft's biggest problem that gen. I think they really didn't have that much of their own to like put out and be like, hey, look at all this great stuff we got,
and they really don't need to, in my opinion. I think
they disagree with you now.
Yes.
So here's the thing about that, right?
Okay.
So yes, they balled up studios and everything, but that's getting people more into their ecosystem, more so than just, oh, we need exclusives for our console. They didn't need to do that for their console. I honestly don't think they care about their console at all. I think the Xbox ecosystem is the important part. All a Game Pass, all a cloud gaming, that sort of thing. They're trying to build their brand around that more so than just the system. You look at PlayStation and you're like, this is PlayStation. PlayStation is this system. PlayStation is a console. PlayStation are these exclusives. That's fine. You look at something like Xbox and you're like, Game Pass, you're like, cloud streaming to an extent. Some people are actually using it, and it's actually a pretty decent version of cloud streaming when it comes down to it at the end of the day. You look at the cross play between PC and console. You look at me being able to play my game on console and then bring it over to PC when I feel like it. You look at all that stuff and you're like, that's what I think of when I think of Xbox. I don't think of big exclusives, and that's totally fine because they're like, they've kind of gone the route of Apple where they want as many products as humanly possible, or as many ventures as humanly possible, except I think theirs works better than Apple. It's sure as hell cheaper, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, we're not going to really talk about exclusives for Xbox because there really aren't any beyond Forza and Gears of War.
No one PS4 exclusive that you really liked. So no one PS4 exclusive you really liked.
What's that?
It's a game you bought multiple times.
Oh,
Yeah.
No Man's Sky, but that's also on Xbox now.
Yeah, but you also bought it on PS4.
Yes, but I also bought it on PC.
Yes, you did.
I actually don't own it on PlayStation. That's the only place I don't own it anymore. I own it on PC. I own it on VR. I own it on Xbox through Game Pass. I don't own it on PS4 though.
We better fix that.
Honestly, probably.
But yeah, I mean, there's that. I mean, obviously, Microsoft's big thing for that Gen 2 was Kinect, at least at the beginning.
Was it? Do you remember a single Xbox One Kinect game?
The Fantasia game was great.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
that did come out on Xbox One.
Fuck you, Brandon.
You're right. I completely forgot. That's an Xbox One game? Question mark?
I'm gonna throw something in here real quick, by the way. That Space Warlord organ trading game I told you guys about?
Yes, sir.
It has official Kinect support.
How?
They just did it.
Why not?
They're just like, yeah. So that's another Kinect game.
All right, I'll take it. Sure.
What does it let you do with Kinect?
Yep.
That's the best response that you could have possibly given.
Anyways, yeah. So what else was there that we want to talk about? There was a game I was just going to talk about. I can't remember what it was because I just changed my windows. I don't remember my list.
Wait, what? Hold on a second.
What are you holding the phone for?
Must be something amazing.
There is a current contest in Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator.
Yeah.
If anyone can make it to the top 1% reputation level in-game while using the Kinect, they will give that person a $50 Steam gift card.
Incredible.
Who knew?
What the fuck?
It is what it is.
That's actually crazy. I love that. That's fantastic. Should we move on from that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to finish your train of thought. Yeah.
I don't remember what my train of thought is anymore because my brain got blown up by that.
Anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, we could talk about one of the great PlayStation games that also has a movie tie-in very shortly, and that is Uncharted 4, or just Uncharted in general.
That does have a movie tie-in coming up.
It does have a movie tie-in coming.
I keep on seeing the fucking trailers all the time where
I do too.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, I did so many stunts for this movie. I'm like, ugh, that's fine, whatever. Whatever. But I mean, Uncharted 4, I think we had like a love-hate relationship with, but
that's
fine. Yeah, it's just a fun game to fuck around with. At the end of the day, so take it or leave it. The series is fun. And I think they did eventually end up bringing all the games out for the PlayStation. But
what?
Did they end up bringing out the rest of the ones for PlayStation 4?
Yeah, didn't they release that before Uncharted 4?
I thought it came out after Uncharted 4. I don't remember.
I thought it was before, and then it led up to Uncharted 4.
Who knows? But not a big deal. They're out.
They come out on PC in like a week or two. So that's interesting. Huh?
So that's exciting.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on from that.
Yeah.
Going back to PS4 titles. God of War. IGN named it the best game of ever. Anyone have thoughts on God of War for PlayStation 4?
I like it.
I do too. I think it was a really good game.
I liked it both times I started it and didn't finish it.
You never finished it, good sir.
I never finished it.
That's a shame because it's actually like legitimately good, like very, very good.
I didn't think it was bad.
Yeah, but you didn't finish it.
That doesn't mean I thought it was bad. It just means I didn't finish it. That's all.
All right.
I mean, it didn't have enough like drag to keep me in it, I guess. I mean, that's fair to say.
You're a god and warring. What else do you need?
You're definitely god warring.
Yeah. All right, I'm just gonna mention this. Journey was a PlayStation 4 exclusive, I think. It might have also been.
It was on like PS3.
You're right. I was at the end of the PS3. You're so right. I'm so dumb. Okay. So here's one of the major problems I think I have with the PlayStation 4 in general. They re-released so many games, right? That it's like I look at this and I'm like, oh yeah, I played that on PS4. Wait, that was also a PS3 game? Like I'm sitting here and I'm like, dude, I loved The Last of Us, the original. It's a PlayStation 3 title. So yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also like one of the top rated PS4 titles, and it's like, okay. All right then.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Metacritic list for like ideas of what to talk about, and I'm like, the top 10 is mostly PlayStation 3 titles.
Mm-hmm.
Like Undertale's number 12. I'm like, oh, that's a good game. It was on the PlayStation. Shadow of the Colossus is on there.
That's a PS2 title. That's also a PS3 title. It's like, what the fuck?
I mean, I guess technically this one is last gen by the standards. But it was a game I played a lot of, not on the PlayStation 4, but I did like it a lot, Dragon Quest 11.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's a really good
Fantastic. Game. I played a shit ton of that game.
I have a story about that game.
Yeah? What's your story?
I bought it on PS4. I got to play it for like 3 days. Someone hacked my account, refunded it, bought themselves Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
And they locked me out. I couldn't even play the Spider-Man game they bought. Piece of shit.
Those jerks.
Those assholes.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Spider-Man is a really good game too, though. And that's a PS4 title.
Yes, it is.
I used it as a segue. You see how I did that? Boom.
You did it.
I did it.
We'll talk about it then. I never played it.
Wait, you never... What? Nick, you played the original Spider-Man.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. It's one of the best open world.
It's one of my favorite games from the last gen.
Yeah, it's one of the best open world like games from last generation.
Yeah. And you can actually get a new and improved version of it for PS5.
You can, so it's almost like we're doing the same thing again that PS4 did. Yeah. In fact, let's see if it is one of the top-rated PS5 games.
No, literally, in my opinion, it's probably one of the must-haves if you own a PlayStation system, PS4, PS5.
Yeah.
Like,
not Neo. Well, yeah, Neo, as well as Ghost of Tsushima. Mm-hmm. Ghost of Tsushima was a PS4 title that then became a PS5 title. Ghost of Tsushima is a really good open world title as well. Wait, that means what is that? What is that game? What is that game by the same people that made Ghost of Tsushima?
Like Hooper?
No.
Spider-Man?
No, Sucker Punch. They made
Infamous?
Infamous Second Son. That was a PS4 title.
Oh, that reminds me. What's that? There's another good Xbox One game. What is it?
Sunset Overdrive?
Yeah.
we knew it immediately. That is a fantastic
You're talking about Insomniac. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. Insomniac did that one game.
Oh my god, we forgot about another Xbox One game.
Sunset Overdrive's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I think you can play it on everything now.
Yeah, I think it's on PC now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I also think it made it to PS4, didn't it? I actually have no idea. I might be making that one up. Probably made that one up. No, that's actually an Xbox exclusive other than PC. Guys, we found it. We found a Fable fantastic Xbox exclusive. It's Sunset Overdrive. It's really fucking good.
It was really fucking good.
I didn't play it.
What? Dude, you liked Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
Dude, Sunset Overdrive is what Spider-Man was built off of.
Oh, wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, they have like the same movement and everything, except you have a gun. Several, actually.
It's like give Spider-Man a gun.
It's like a third-person open-world game similar to Spider-Man, but also you've got wacky guns and shit, and a lot of parkour elements. It's super fucking good. You should definitely play it, Nick. In fact, go play it right now.
Right,
leave the podcast and go play it right
now.
Seriously though, I'll be very sad if you haven't played this game by like the end of the year, because this is like a Nick game. It's very good. Like you talked about when in like our last episode, I believe, about when Borderlands was good. like with Borderlands 2, this has that kind of Borderlands 2 vibe to it. Except it's third person, it's a shooter, and it has the movement scheme of like Spider-Man.
Oh shit. I can install it on my PC right now with Game Pass.
Yes, you can.
Fuck yeah, Game Pass rocks tits.
Right?
Love Game Pass.
I actually bought this game because it's so good. So.
I'm installing it right now.
That's my man. Let's go.
It's free. I don't have to pay money. I have Game Pass.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so like my buddy was telling me the other day, he's like, yeah, if you change your location to New Zealand, you could play Dying Light 2 early. I was like, oh fuck yeah, does that mean it's on Game Pass? He's like, oh sorry, I didn't mean to get your hopes up. Yeah, I know that's how we normally do Game Pass games, but no, it's not on Game Pass.
No,
like,
it's called Money Pass, and you have to give them money.
No, I'm good.
And you play the game.
No, I'm good. I would rather buy Elden Ring.
Give me your money.
But yeah, so that's one of like I would say the like cult games that was released by Xbox that like no one really talks about, but the people that have played it, they're like, this game's really fucking good.
Yeah, it's very good. Excellent.
Oh, we're talking about Sunset Overdrive, by the way. Not Dying Light 2. I'm just letting other people know because we got off on a tangent for a second.
I guess I'm just too used to Brandon how he talks.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's actually I say like my friend. Wow, I'm literally about to go off on a tangent again. My friend posted like a picture. It was like a straight railroad, and it was like how I tell a story. And then he had edited it, and the next picture was like this completely fucked up road that was going everywhere. And he was like, how Brandon tells a story.
Yeah, basically. It's like, we know, Brandon. We know.
But yeah, let's move on from that. Let's go back to PlayStation games, because that's all they had.
That's what you keep saying, but then we keep on finding other Xbox games.
We do. You're right. But you know what?
What?
One of the highest rated games in the top 10, two of them, are the Xbox version, and I don't know why, but it's GTA 5 on Xbox One and Red Dead Redemption 2 on Xbox One. Red Dead Redemption 2 is actually a very good game. It just sucks that Take-Two couldn't find ways to make more money off of it, so they just stopped supporting it.
Wait, because then there's no multiplayer for that one, right?
There is. That's the problem. The multiplayer actually is pretty fucking cool, but like they couldn't find ways to monetize it, so they're like, fuck it, and they just did nothing else with it.
Sounds about right. There's another PlayStation game that was very popular that you liked a lot.
What was that?
Monster Hunter.
Yeah, Monster Hunter World's fantastic. That's also on Xbox, so it's on both consoles. But Monster Hunter World is just all around a great game. And I guess while we're in the vein of talking about PlayStation games that were on multiple consoles, but I guess slightly different depending on which console you played it on, Resident Evil 7. Very, very, very good game on PlayStation 4. It was the only way you could play it in VR. You actually can't even play the PC version in VR.
Oh,
yeah, it's VR exclusive to the PlayStation 4.
Which is random, but yeah. I remember trying the demo for that, and it was pretty wild.
Yeah, it is. Oh, dude, Dreams was PlayStation 4. Dreams is a fucking phenomenal game.
Yeah, I remember you had that on one of your Game of the Year lists.
Yeah, I think it was 2020. Yeah, Dreams is something that not a lot of people talked about, but the people that did actually get to play it, they talked about it. Like, it was really good, and I absolutely agree. Dreams is a phenomenal game. I really hope the servers are still going, because it's one of those games that's very different from anything else. So, yeah.
I'm sure the servers are still running for that one.
I hope so. I'm going to check that out sometime.
I mean, it's PlayStation 4. I doubt they yanked it yet.
Well, like I said, not many people talked about it or played it, but like the people that did were like very dedicated to it. It was one of those things.
Yeah.
Can you tell it's very difficult to talk about PS4 and Xbox One games because of the fact that it just feels like, oh yeah, that game's good, isn't it? Yep. Okay, moving on. None of these really stand out. Like, and I don't know what it is about the last generations of consoles, but there's several games, even like my favorite game, like fucking Bloodborne. It's like, that game's really good. Yeah, it's really good. What do we have to say about it? It's really good. Okay, cool.
It's really good.
This game is good.
It's so weird because like I don't know if it's because it's still so recent that like I can't look back on it and have like huge fond memories of something, even though these games are from like 20 fucking 16, 20 fucking 14, that sort of thing. But like these consoles just felt very what's the word I'm looking for?
Lifeless,
Soulless, that sort of thing. Like, you want me to talk about Xbox 360? I'm gonna be like, dude, I played 1 versus 100 against 100 actual people in an online voice chat and everything. That shit was so fucking cool. And like, and you won money and shit. It's like you look back on that and you're like, that's so fucking weird. And then you're just like, there was a Toyota Yaris game that was on Xbox Arcade.
There was a Burger King game too.
There was several Burger King games. There's stuff to talk about. I feel like when it comes to PS4 and Xbox One, there's nothing to talk about. Like, there's really not anything. It's just like it was a bunch of solid games, but nothing that specifically stood out as like, yo. And that's why when like people were like, God of War is the best game ever created, I was like, really? Really, IGN? You sure about that, my dude?
Yeah, no.
But do you think a lot of it is just because these systems really didn't have their own identity?
Mm-hmm.
Like they blur. Like, I mean, just like we're talking about here, like obviously there's a few standout exclusives on each system, but for the most part, these systems are the same platforms.
Yeah, and like the games that are like different or that sort of thing. It's like, yeah, but like, I don't know. It's like I said, it just feels soulless. The PS4 and the Xbox One do, and it kind of sucks. But that doesn't mean they didn't have good games. It just
nothing really
hooked me, and I was like, okay, well, there you go. And like the Yakuza series made a comeback and in a fucking massive way on the PlayStation 4, like an absolutely massive way, and hit it big with the West and became like actually a bestseller for both consoles, because then they gravitated over to the Xbox One as well, and they put every single one of their games on Xbox One, and most of them are still on Xbox One right now, including the newest one. And then like the Judgment series released on PlayStation 4, and Judgment's a fantastic series. It's great. It's got some of the best writing you'll find in a video game. But like, it just, there's nothing to say other than these are really good games. I don't have the fondness of like even looking back on like PS2 or GameCube, like, which are more recent as well, or 360 even. Like, I don't have that same fondness looking at these consoles. It's just like, okay, yeah, those are games. Or like the most, like the biggest thing I can remember, like that actually made a substantial, I guess, I don't know, footprint when it comes to these consoles is, like I said, Nier Automata is one of the best games I've ever played. And then on top of that, when all these consoles first released, me and my friend streamed them the first day they released, and their launch titles were kind of shit, as you do.
Yeah.
PS4 gave us Final Fantasy VII Remake. We've wanted that forever. I can't even bring myself to be like, let's talk about it. Everything felt very standardized with these consoles. It was like PS4, you got a third-person game, boom, it's going on the PS4. You got a first-person game, boom, it's gonna have the biggest fan base on the Xbox One. Cool. Where do we go from here? We don't. That's about as far as we go.
Yeah.
I thought this was a good idea, but it just kind of makes me annoyed at seeing how standardized everything has become on at least that generation of consoles. You got a third-person action adventure game? PlayStation wants it.
Well, I mean, it was kind of headed there on the 360 generation anyways. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to play a first-person shooter, where was it? Xbox.
What about Gears of War?
I mean, that's a third-person shooter. Still shooter.
My point is, like, Well, I mean, so were several of the PlayStation games. Like Last of Us is a shooter. It's a third-person adventure shooter. It's still a shooter.
Yeah.
Who's all shooters?
Fucking God of War is technically just a shooter because I'm just gonna throw my axe repeatedly in a third person. Fucking Horizon Zero Dawn is a third person shooter.
Yeah.
Everything's become a third person shooter.
I mean, there was that guy who tried to make the shooter Pokemon game.
How'd that go for him?
Nintendo loved it. They reached out to him and were like, "We would love you to release your game as a free fan game."
Oh yes, that sounds about right.
You know, they gave accolades, everything, the whole 9 yards.
Mm. Yeah, I seem to remember it being slightly different than the way you're describing, but that's okay. At the end of the day, these consoles are interchangeable. That's really all there is to it.
Yeah, aside from like a handful of games. So I always tell people, you know, you should buy systems based on what your friends are playing. You know, all your friends got Xbox, don't buy a PlayStation because you're going to be left out. You're going to be alone. You'll be sad. You don't have what your friends are playing.
Yep. Or if you don't like your friends that much, just buy yourself an Xbox and go get new ones.
Yeah, find your friends on Reddit.
No, don't do that. Don't make friends on Reddit. That's bad.
Make friends on Reddit.
No. This episode's just called Game Debate. Make friends on Reddit.
The cool new Reddit friends.
Yeah, just like Brandon made last week. New Reddit friends.
Oh yeah, new Reddit friends. At the end of the day, everything is just kind of converging together, and I don't think that's a bad thing at all. I think it's taking a little bit of consoles' individuality away, and much like I said, they kind of have this copy-paste cookie-cutter feeling where I can't even muster the will to give a shit about either of these consoles. But they definitely are good. They put out some of the best games in years, but they just feel so generic. If I see another third-person game over the shoulder with a generic angry protagonist because something happened to their family and they must get revenge.
God of War. You can't take another God of War.
Actually, God of War, Last of Us, Horizon Zero Dawn. That was all three of those described in one sentence. That's my main point. Everything is interchangeable with that generation. I mean, fuck, I guess you could have even said Uncharted.
I didn't really kill his family, though.
No, but didn't he become a fucking orphan or some shit? And then him and his brother had a fallout and blah, 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 blah.
There's something about the story of 4.
I don't know. Fucking 4 was like, let us tell you the backstory. And I was like, I don't care.
Why do we care about this brother all of a sudden? Nobody knows.
Because it's Troy Baker! And he's trying to sell you NFTs!
Oh.
Who doesn't love NFTs?
Pretty much everybody.
I'm so glad South Park made fun of them and absolutely damned them to oblivion. And now, like, no one will touch them.
I was just going to ask if you watched that movie or not. The post-COVID?
I actually haven't watched it, but I know that there have been so many memes that came out from it, right? That it actually ruined the pull that NFTs had for quite a while. And recently, the crypto space actually tanked quite a lot. And as such, I'm just sitting here, I'm like, is that South Park's fault? If so, thanks, guys. We might actually be able to buy graphics cards sometime soon. Make fun of NFT bros a little bit more. Please, thank you.
Anyways, what else do you guys have to say about this generation?
These kids on their iPhones.
I do think it was interesting that PlayStation Plus and like Xbox just kind of flipped script, where it was like for a while when the Xbox One released, its online service was pretty shit, and PlayStation Plus became like the Xbox Live for quite a while, and then like towards the end it like flipped around again, and I was like, okay, sure. And again, that just proves that both are just completely interchangeable. Fuck, man. At least Bloodborne's a good game.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that on the Xbox. It's one of the best.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know.
I thought I would have a lot more to say about this, but the more I talked about it, the more I realized how
Getting
little
angry.
of a shit I gave.
You could talk about Apex Legends.
What about it?
I don't know.
It was on Xbox, PS4, and fucking in 240p on the Switch.
Oh, Horizon Zero Dawn. That was a PlayStation 4 game.
Yeah, I've already mentioned it. I said an angry person that has to get revenge because something happened to their family. Remember?
They said an angry man. This one's a woman.
I don't think I said man. I think I just said person. But even if I did, oops. Didn't mean to. It's just an angry person in general.
Angry people.
Angry people getting revenge for something that happened on their family. Nick, we have to get revenge for something that happened to Nick now. His computer restarted, he said.
That computer.
Just gotta run around to everyone and be like, I'm angry, where's Nick?
Probably because of the PlayStation.
That's essentially the plot of Last of Us.
They didn't even talk about Last of Us 2.
Yep. I'm sorry. I can't even pretend.
Oh.
Maybe Nick will have something to say about that, but I think my response was better. Nick, what you missed was Mike said you didn't even talk about Last of Us Part 2, and I just said, yup. And that was it. What do you have to say about it, Nick?
The Last of Us Part who?
Ah!
Ta-da.
What do I say about that?
Yeah. Not a good game.
Nope, not a good game, not a good studio, not a good anything.
Not a good story.
No.
There are elements of it that are really good, but for some reason, it feels like the game wants you to cheer for the villain. Because Ellie is not a good person.
I mean, they did a great job of delaying that game a lot, you know? Not keeping to the release schedule.
Listen, on both the PS4 and the Xbox One, the number 2 rated game is Grand Theft Auto 5. That tells you all you need to know about these two systems.
For people like Grand Theft Auto, obviously.
A game that was 10 years old is more important than the entire library of these consoles.
Checks out. Math checks out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's really sad.
It's sad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is there anything you guys want to debate about otherwise on this episode?
Drums are better than flats.
I love drumsticks.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
I only eat legs when it comes to like chicken. I still only eat like drums when it comes to wings. Yeah, and then when it comes to like chicken, legitimately, I'll eat like 20 chicken legs before I'll eat a breast and thigh.
Yeah, I don't like the flats either. I hate them. DJ's weird. Like I've never seen anyone eat them like he does. He sticks the whole thing in his mouth at once and just like pulls out the bones.
And that's when you knew. That's when you knew.
That's when you knew.
You're like, yes, sir.
I mean, he still likes the drumsticks. Like, it's not like I get them all.
Right off the bone. Right off the bone.
I feel like Mike just started talking more about chicken, and I'm sitting here like, Mike, that was a blowjob joke. You do get that, right?
Figured out. Thank you for
all right, just making sure. We had to spell it out for you real quick. Yeah, at the end of the day, you know what? Stuffed crust or just normal crust? I feel like pizza isn't good unless it's stuffed crust.
No. Mm-mm.
Do you think the same?
It tastes like shit.
Huh?
Said stuffed crust usually tastes like shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't Maybe I've had stuffed crust. I don't know. Who makes stuffed crust?
Anyone.
Don't say that.
No, it's usually Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut's like the big chain that does it.
Stuffed crust tastes good anywhere.
Do not agree.
Especially if it's like mozzarella cheese. Ooh, nah, dude.
It's too much.
It cools down and it just gets. It's just once it cools down, it is just a sad crust.
No. You eat stuffed crust before it cools down.
I don't eat pizza apparently.
How fast are you eating pizza?
Fast enough so it doesn't cool down, and I can enjoy the stuffed crust.
Yeah, no, that does not happen to me. I'm too slow of an eater.
All right, hot dogs or hamburgers?
Hamburgers,
100%.
Yeah, hamburgers all the way. You know what? I had this one hamburger, right, that had actually
fucking life.
Had bacon inside the hamburger meat and cheese.
Oh, that's good.
And it was bacon and cheese inside the hamburger meat itself. So like it was really gooey when you like bit into it, and it also had like bits of bacon that were chopped up and put in. It was so good. That's a god tier hamburger.
I will.
You guys remember when we were talking about the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One?
I will saute some onions.
I can't eat onions.
You're a weak person.
No, I'm legitimately allergic to them.
Yeah, weak.
Oh yeah, we did just talk about this.
But I will saute onions.
I can't do it, man.
Let me for the people who have good bodies.
Yikes.
And I will.
Listen,
I will
I'm too afraid
that.
because when I was a kid and I ate onions. Now it's entirely possible because like allergies like can change over time or even go away. But when I was a kid and ate onions because I really liked onion rings, my throat would always swell up.
I wouldn't roll the dice on that one, champ. I saute them and then I cut them up and then I put them in the meat.
And guys, maybe I should eat some onions. I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that.
I imagine like one day you'll just get like a fucking like a sweet Spanish onion. You're gonna have it in your hand and be like, I'm gonna fucking do it. I swear I'm gonna fucking do it. Like, Brandon.
Yeah, probably.
Can't stop me.
Can't stop me now.
I'm having such a good time.
Anyway, that's why the PlayStation's better.
The sweet onion?
That's why the PlayStation's better.
I don't think either of them are better. I think they're both just there.
They're both magic boxes that do things.
A lot like Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yes. Yes. No, honestly, like they're just both electric yellow boxes that do things, and they both do them well. One did it much better after a while, but I mean, like, there's no wrong choice.
That's true.
It's kind of like I'm trying to think. It's kind of like going to a Wendy's. No, because if you get the chili, that's a wrong choice.
You don't like the chili at Wendy's?
It's not that I don't like the chili.
Is it like eating anything off the menu at Five Guys?
No, because if you get a grilled cheese at Five Guys, I'm gonna not talk to you ever again.
What if you get that as like a supplemental thing to your burger?
Hold on, I did hear of a story of a man who went to Five Guys and he was like, "Can I get a grilled cheese?" And they were like, "Yeah." And then he was like, "No, wait, I'm not done. Throw a patty on it." And I was like, "Oh,
dude, they made that at Sonic. They
patty melt."
Yeah, they made that at Sonic, right? And it was so fucking good. I had one of those. It was good. It was really good.
So I was like, that is the... Oh, you know what? Even then, if you... Like, I'm not sure what I look down on more. If it's the man who goes to Five Guys and orders a grilled cheese, or the man who goes to Five Guys and was like, "Yo, just get the hot dog, I guess."
Oh my god, yeah, why would you do that?
Just get the hot dog. Sir, this is a burger place. Go to the Nathan's down the street. No. Burger me up.
Oh my god. Alright. How do you feel about rice? Like
Love it.
white rice, fried rice. Does it matter? Do you like both?
I
Do you
don't
like
discriminate.
don't
Yellow
discriminate?
rice,
Just
white
rice,
rice,
yellow
brown
rice. Yeah,
rice,
yeah. Okay, brown rice.
Spanish
Yeah.
rice,
Spanish. Okay.
dirty rice,
Mm,
rice and beans.
okay.
I
Okay.
think I like all rice too.
I am that weirdo that like you know when you order Chinese food and they give you that like box of white rice with just nothing on it but white rice.
Yeah.
I am that weirdo that'll be like, give me that. I will eat that straight up.
Oh yeah.
Maybe a little soy sauce if I'm feeling like fancy. I'll be like, let me just real quick, and then I'll be good. But like, nah, I will. If I grab the box and just kind of compress it enough that the rice takes the shape of the box, and I can just take it out of the box and just bite it, I would do that.
Like a fucking onigiri you created
It's like a
Chinese food box.
It's a 5-sided onigiri.
What the fucking hell?
It's a hexagon of rice.
Sure.
All right, let's think about how do you guys feel about deep dish pizza?
Into the sauce.
Huh?
I had it one time, but I don't count it because I went to a Uno's Pizza.
No, I don't know.
It's a pizza chain.
Okay.
Uno, yeah, it's chain pizza. Uno's Chicago Grill chain pizza.
Okay.
And there, I was like, let me get some of your finest, and they brought me out this pizza, and it was like, I don't know, I don't like it. I don't like the deep dish is just kind of weird. It's like, I feel like you ever get like a bread bowl for your soup?
Yeah.
It feels like a pizza bread bowl.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
Yeah, it feels like a casserole.
It's like, did you like mess up when making a pot pie?
Right? Yeah.
And you were like, oh fuck, I put the spaghetti sauce in it. And they're like, no, wait a minute.
I'm definitely like thin crust pizza, like Brooklyn style, like all
yeah, New York pizza's that shit.
It is. You know, and there's one thing I've always said, like as I've traveled around, I'm like, you know, the different places in the world that do things just like right food wise, and like New York is pizza. Like, do not go to fucking Europe for pizza.
No,
the pizza's shit.
No, it's unless you walk into New York and go to a Sbarro, I think it's very hard to find a slice of pizza that's not delicious.
Okay.
But deep dish is just kind of like, I see you pizza
it's
soup
mid.
And I appreciate you, but I don't want you. Now, I saw, where was this at? Was that Papa John's? Was that Papa John's that I saw this? They have like a New York pizza, and I'm like, I'm tempted to be like, let me just see.
Let's see what we got here. Hold on.
Like, let me order one.
Let's see. You ordering one right now?
No.
Is that gonna be your dinner?
I already ate dinner. But no, like I want to order one and like kind of like because my girlfriend's from like North Jersey and be like, hey, look at this pizza I got from New York.
Oh,
just see if she's like, this is Papa. I know Papa.
Papa's in the house. All right. I gotta ask since we're on the topic of pizza currently, I have to ask an important question. Pineapple.
No.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, you're disgusting, Brandon.
No,
really?
Hot fruit, get out of my face.
I thought you guys had taste. I'm sorry.
No, we do. No, that's why we said no.
Nope. Anyone that is like, nah, I can't have that, or nah, that's disgusting. It just, they are just a follower. You're just following. All you're being is
I've had it before
on Reddit, and everyone told me it's bad, and then I ate it, going in immediately being like, this is gonna be shit, and I decided shit, dude. Pineapple, ham, and some barbecue sauce instead of marinara. That shit, Hawaiian shit. That shit, good.
No. Sorry, Brandon.
You guys are just wrong. It's okay though. It's alright.
And I hated it. I hated it before it was even a hip to hate on it. Like my mom surprised us at like a restaurant, be like, "Oh, I got us some pizza. It's Hawaiian," and we're like, "Oh yay!" And we're trying, and we're like, "Oh no."
You guys like that sucks.
It was just a whiplash. Yeah, oh no!
Why does it sound like Mr. Bill?
So the regret just so quickly said, no, I don't I know I won't like it, Brandon, because if fruit is not cold, I don't like it.
I remember
That's
we
a
did have
shame.
this discussion because he doesn't even like pies and stuff. He's weird.
Yeah, I'm weird. No, I like pie, but it's gotta be cold.
Oh, okay.
Like I'll have cold apple pie.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'll have cold blueberry pie. Cold schnozberry pie.
Yeah, okay, sure. I'm trying to find that pizza you were talking about, the fucking one at Papa John's. I don't see shit.
Just go to Papa's website. It's
I
there.
did. It's not there.
It's there. Well, maybe not for.
Maybe it's in your area.
Might be a regional thing.
It might be a regional thing.
I'll send you the link.
You ever had a papadilla? That shit's good too.
It feels like it's like gentrified. I don't know. Like you say papadilla and like shakaroni. I'm like, I feel like this is not like you stole these things. You stole these cultures. There you go. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. All right.
What about sandwiches?
If you go to this real quick,
okay.
Right under the first one is introducing New York style pizza. I also see that there's create your own pizza, and I want to know if I can do none pizza.
Handcrafted specialties: the works, the meats, zesty Italian trio pizza. That's the good shit. Meatball pepperoni, super Hawaiian pizza. Also good shit. Ultimate pepperoni, barbecue chicken bacon pizza, fiery buffalo chicken, Philly cheesesteak pizza, pepperoni sausage, and 6 cheese
I can do it.
Pizza.
I can do it.
What?
I can order none pizza left beef. I said sauce, none. Cheese, none. I'm just gonna get bread.
It's a giant breadstick.
It's a bread wheel. You said sandwiches? What about
them? Sandwiches. What are your thoughts on sandwiches?
Love them.
And what kind of sandwiches do you like?
Like, are we talking sandwiches or like subs?
Either one's fine.
They're all good.
I mean, yeah, I haven't met a sandwich that I haven't liked.
I understand. What's your favorite kind of deli meat?
Ooh, it goes between ham and turkey, but like there's like pepper turkey.
Yo, I was gonna say pepper turkey's
the shit, but then there's also like honey ham.
Honey ham is also
honey ham's delicious.
Have you had Black Forest ham?
Black Forest, yeah, love Black Forest ham.
Black Forest ham, so good.
Love it. Love Black Forest ham.
I would straight up just eat ham by itself because I love ham that much.
I would do the same, but with cheese.
that works.
I would grab a block of cheese and insert it into my mouth and just bite.
I love the kind of like the special deli meats, like salamis and stuff.
Oh, salami's good too.
I make. Hold on, let me explain this to you guys because I make fun of my girlfriend all the time because she gets mortadella, and mortadella has pistachios in it. It's like ham with pistachios in it, and I'm like, go eat your pistachio ham.
Okay, that's kind of weird.
You fucking weird. It's like bologna with pistachio. It's weird. It's good. I put it in my mouth and tasted it, but I like laugh over like, here's your pistachio ham. She's like, it's not pistachios. I'm like, yes, it is.
I see.
Look at it. But no, ham, solid. Turkey, solid. Bologna, it's great because you're like, what if hot dog meat could be sliced? And they're like, I got you. So it's great.
Uh-huh.
I do like bologna from time to time.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones like I'm in the right mood for.
It's weird. So bologna would kind of just show up at my parents' house when I lived there because like my mom's mainstays for lunch meat was turkey and ham and cheese and like that was it. And then there'd be like a week or two where she's like bologna and just like we would just get
whoa.
Like, she just for like 2 weeks straight just BOLOGNA just fucking going through the house being like, and you get bologna and you get bologna. And you want bologna and cheese? I got bologna. I could fry up some bologna for breakfast. You want some bologna? I'm like, Mom, I'm good. I had bologna, and that was my yearly quota of bologna. I am good.
All right, well, we're talking about bologna, right? Well, we're talking about bologna and weird
Why is it spelled
meats.
like that?
What?
Why is it spelled like that?
It'd be like an Italian thing, I'm guessing.
But here is the question. You guys ever had those weird canned, like, meat things?
Spam?
At all? Well, no, I'm going to go with the Vienna sausages. You ever had Vienna sausages?
Yeah.
And do you like them?
Yeah. Do I like them?
Yeah.
I mean, they make good like party like appetizers. I'm not like, oh my god, I need Vienna sausages.
No, dude, I just go there and I'm like, this is 69 cents. I gotta eat today. Yank.
I don't come home and crack open a cold one and like start eating Vienna sausage.
I'm actually thinking of eating some Vienna sausages right now.
I mean, go for it.
I got the barbecue ones, and if you put a little mustard on that shit, it's so good.
I thought you were gonna be like, here's the canned chicken. I'm like, no.
No. Well, okay. So the canned chicken is bad, but if you like dry it out and then add a bunch of condiments to it, it can do in a pinch. And I'm talking like we're at ground zeros of CVID round 4, and no one can leave their house. What do? I got some chicken in a can.
Like last time I bought it was because when DJ and I went camping, I was like, I need something in case of an emergency. Like we can't cook outside. So I was like, we can just have some canned like chicken and make like some like just shitty tacos. Like that's what I got it for. But it's not like, yeah, same thing. Like it's not like anything. Be like, oh yeah, I need that.
All right. Favorite food? Go.
That's too hard of a question, Brandon.
No, that's just one choice. Just make your one choice. One.
I don't have a one choice.
No, it's got to be one.
Gotta be one.
If
it's gotta be one. So whatever I'm gonna pick, it's gonna have to be something that's versatile, right? Because like, if I'm gonna,
it can be anything. It can be anything. I don't care.
Okay, it can be anything.
Let's just cheat and be like pizza, and then you can just have it any different way you want.
That's entirely up to you if you want that to be your one food. But I would also say that's basic bitch mode. So
I'm never gonna have again. Although I don't, if I was gonna pick one thing, actually, I'd probably just do Korean barbecue because I do love that shit.
Well, there you go.
Korean barbecue is incredibly good. I would probably go. Fuck. I'm thinking like Japanese food because Japanese food hits every single time. Maybe like some sushi because I got the carbs from the rice and the proteins from the fish. It's like perfect. It's perfect food. So yeah, I'm gonna go sushi. I'll eat sushi.
Okay.
Good sushi. Spicy salmon.
So mine actually kind of comes in where you're at, but mine is shrimp. Just any kind of shrimp. Yeah. Inject that into my veins.
Shrimp. You gotta scampi it.
Oh, you can also fry it up. Fried
rice.
Yeah. There you go. You see what I'm saying? Right there. Yeah. It's all good.
You sent me a house fried this rice?
What?
You sent me a house fried this rice?
House fried this rice?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go on a limb here. I'm just gonna say I don't know how much I got left in me.
Yeah. Yeah, me neither. I really want this episode to be the great game debate. Food, also the PS4 and Xbox One.
I like how we
just completely changed topics.
We Metal Gear Solid 2'd everybody.
We had to. That's appropriate for this topic.
Yeah, that makes it seem completely different than what we actually planned.
I think you can keep this in the recording if you want, but I think maybe it would be fun every once in a while, right? Instead of doing game debates like this, maybe having some off-topic type episodes.
I agree. I think this is
I agree too.
Where like we talk about everything but a video game.
Everything but a video game.
You know what I mean? And like if you start talking about like a video game, like
nope, we don't do that here.
That's not this week.
They're like burp.
Yeah, you gotta buzz them. You gotta get them. You gotta get them with the whose line is it anyway? Like no, I'm gonna need you to switch that up.
Oh, that's a good show. But you know what? We'll save that for next time.
Yeah, we can save that for the TV show episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys ready to wrap up then?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, me too.
Well, thank you everyone for listening to us this week. Don't forget you can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Amazon, Google, iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts. If you want to reach out to us, we're on Facebook, Twitter. You can send us an email at gamecrunchcast@gmail.com. Brandon.
Hey.
Any final thoughts?
This was so much more fun than talking about the PS4 and Xbox One. Because, honestly, pretty much anything is.
Nick?
You go and you order your Chinese food. and you notice your Chinese food spot has a pizza roll, go for it.
That's good advice. With that said, I'm Mike Anastasia. Find me online at Flash Penguin on Twitter, your favorite gaming console. And until next week, game on.
Yeah.
Game on.
Ta-da!
That was the best episode ever.
That was a lot of fun.
It was.
Food instead of the PlayStation 4 and Xbox.
Mm-hmm.